Your life's boring.
Who's mine?
Yeah, you.
That's a ridiculous
Your
thing
life
to say.
is boring.
I'm very excited. I'm always excited.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
All right, here we are, 10-minute podcast, and we're doing it.
Don't start it and don't say
Well,
your life is boring.
Okay.
You don't know my life.
I
You don't know
even
my life,
remember
and
that.
then you go into it.
Okay, well, here we go, 10-minute podcast, and I'm doing it like this because we usually have Will do this part, right? He usually starts out and says, he's Will Sasso, and then you say your stupid dickhead shit.
I say I'm Bryan the Kid Callen.
Right, and
which
then
I'm
I
known
say
for.
I'm Chris D'Elia. But we don't do that this time because Will's not here. Sometimes, we're busy guys and we get out there and we
But
don't
we
do
do have
it.
a guest.
I'm doing when I'm on stage, I'm just doing
All right.
and Brian's going petting a dog or whatever.
No,
he's
I'm
doing.
not. My stand-up is
And
as good
here
as it
we
gets at this point.
go. We have a guest, a friend of Will's,
Yes,
and your
David,
name is David.
What is your last name?
Greco, actually. My name is David Greco.
Oh, cool. All right,
Yeah.
very cool. And you're friends with Will.
Yeah, recently become friends with him, and I'm really happy to be here.
And you're filling in. Sometimes we have guys who fill in, and we're happy to do it.
And I love the podcast. I listen to you guys. I know that Chris, you're a busy guy. You go off and do something, or
Brian's
Brian, or
petting a
sometimes
dog.
other people are like coming in for you.
Well, what do you do for a living?
I'm actually a professional podcast sidekick.
You're a what?
I'm a professional podcast sidekick.
So
What do you, no, I don't know.
So, that's kind of how I found Will, because I reached out, on MySpace and Facebook and that sort of, Google Plus, and was like, hey, maybe I could come in and, maybe sometime do a podcast with you guys. Because, I'm originally, I used to do the stand-up circuit. I used to do open mics and that sort of thing. Sure. But I kind of, now it's the new wave. It's podcast.
you did stand-up?
I did stand-up back in the day, like late 80s. But then in the 90s, I kind of got into the family business and that sort of thing.
What was the family
is
business?
Plumbing. I'm in the pipe for his union, that's a different story. But
how,
now,
how old are you?
I'm getting up there now, pal.
Yeah. Well, it's not really nice to ask a guy's age right away. But
No.
No,
I
now I get up, but I'm the professional podcast
right.
sidekick.
So you're a professional podcast sidekick. So you basically just like a substitute teacher. But
Basically, there's sort of been like in the 90s. I did a lot of radio. I was on Professor and Jim show.
Okay, but
that was out
I'm
near
sorry to interrupt, but
Schenectady,
when
New
you
York.
say you're a professional
I was
sidekick,
on Jimmy and the Gator.
Yeah.
I was on
That's fine, but
two girls, a guy, and the man.
I never heard of any of those.
You could just be like two girls, two guys.
The Chief Hour in the morning.
Two girls, two guys.
I don't know any of those.
Those were sort of radio shows in the 90s.
Right, so
into
that's
the
how you
2000s, I did.
Sure. Okay, so that's how you got your chops as
the
a
Queen
radio
and
guy.
the King.
All right.
That was
Sure.
another
It
one.
doesn't
Right.
matter, but let me ask you. You say you're a professional podcast.
What other podcast?
podcast?
Yeah, and what other podcast?
Who
Oh,
pays
now
you?
there's all sorts of podcasts and these sidekicks, because there's so many of them, So I've done a lot of podcasts. I did like the Oops, Who's Listening podcast.
What is that?
That's a new podcast. I did the Hey, May As Well Be Us podcast. I did the
It is.
Now Let Me Tell You podcast.
How did Will get in touch with you?
And I did the
right.
It's Us Again podcast.
And so, all right. So anyway,
and the Pat O'Brien show.
All right.
Okay, so basically, what you want to do is you want to come in and you're filling in.
I mean, you guys
so
just
what makes
do your thing. Do your thing.
Okay, so what makes you a sidekick?
Basically, I'm a sidekick.
Oh, okay.
I kind of fill in Walla Walla.
All right.
If there's any sort of thing that you got that you guys are already doing,
Right. Okay. So you've heard our podcast.
I
before,
love
though,
the
right?
10-minute podcast.
Okay. So we Brian and I would just be like
Yeah,
I
we'll
say
just
his
talk.
life.
Yeah, here's what I was hoping
Did
to do
Will
today
audition
is
you or
that
anything?
you guys come in and have you do your podcast and do what you normally do,
Yeah. All right.
and then I would just jump in wherever it's necessary.
All right.
And that's kind of what I do,
Okay.
Okay.
So, Chris,
yeah.
what in the world is
you-
going on with your tour?
Oh, well, I'm hitting all sorts of places, actually. I'm doing a lot of stand-up, a lot of different places.
What's your favorite place to perform in the country?
So far, New York, I still like L.A. the best. And,
Really?
Yeah, and then
Have you
San
been to
Francisco.
Miami?
I have, yeah. I like Miami, but you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say
I like
nothing.
Dallas a lot. Right now, I know.
Yeah. Dallas.
Dallas a lot. You like Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas is. I mean, Texas is Texas.
Texas
They
is
come to laugh.
so good. I didn't actually. I didn't think I would do well or
Yeah.
be good in the South, or
Yeah.
people would like me. They love. I'm not saying they love me, but I love them, and it's just feels like it's reciprocated. And I'm so appreciative of that.
So, Dave, just move back.
Oh, I hadn't said nothing yet.
No, I know, but when you clear your throat like that,
Oh, I know. I got a sort of a condition up my nose,
Yeah.
my nasal cavities.
I know, but if,
Okay.
just back up
I mean,
the
it's
mic
just
when-
sort of something that used to be from the pipe for this union, where all the plumbing used to do. So we used to come in and bust out the drywall.
Yeah.
you know, and then I would get kind of these issues. And I went to a nice ear, nose, and throat guy near Schenectady.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you got to back up from the mic when we're talking.
Oh yeah. No, see, that's it. You do your thing, and I come in. I'm a professional podcast sidekick. Is sort of.
I know. We
know.
have to edit those sounds out.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, so
you just do your thing, and then I'll come in with the quips and the humor. You know.
Okay. So, back to have you been to Texas in the summer? It's so ridiculously hot.
It's so hot.
I've never
I gotta go to
experienced that
Houston
kind of heat
in a little
my
bit,
life.
but it's so hot.
I do well in the heat. I don't do well in the cold. You
Me
probably
too.
don't. I don't know how. What do you?
No, I love the heat. I blast my heat up in the bedroom.
Yeah,
even.
I hate the cold.
I hate the cold. I hate it. I had to go to New York and Boston. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was so cold. It was 12 degrees. It was 8 degrees in Nashville.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Was
Sorry.
it? You got.
Yeah.
That's I got a sort of
You
a
have
nasal
to.
thing.
You just have to back off the mic.
You want me
have
to back
Dave.
off the mic?
just-
Yeah, but I
we can
can't. If
hear
I'm a
that.
professional podcast sidekick, I'll come in with the comedy. You guys do your thing, and then I'll come in.
David.
You know, I'll come in. I'll
David,
have all the
you're
quips
not
and
doing
jokes.
that right now. You're,
Yeah,
you're
but no,
clearing
because you
your
guys
throat.
seem to be
Brian,
doing
Brian,
really
Brian.
good on
I
your
can't
own.
have that.
Brian,
But that's
Brian.
sort of the thing. Like when I was working on Jimmy,
Let him talk.
I was working on the show Bobby and the Fish. That was a big sort of upstate New York podcast. It was very popular, and a lot of the times the guys would just go, you know. So I just let them go, you know.
Okay.
And then they wouldn't need me my help so much.
You have to stop. You have to stop
Danny?
going.
Is it Danny?
It's David.
David. My name is
listen.
David Greco.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the Pipefitters Union, but professional
I know
podcast
that.
sidekick.
So when you
You
go,
know,
but,
I did Angie and the Clam. That was a good
What
one.
is that?
Listen,
That's one of the
doesn't matter.
podcasts.
Kind of
It was a
people-
radio show
Right, well, you're-
originally in
Okay, but-
Pennsylvania.
okay, but see,
Sure.
But then Angie's
Well, you're just-
hilarious.
right.
She was.
Can I? Let me just.
you're
finish
just
my-
saying. You're saying basically people and then an animal
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
all pretty much your thing.
Yeah.
But
I did. Who else did I do? I did
matter.
Banger and the Lion.
see,
Yeah.
that's
And there was Peters. It was called Two Peters and a Puma. Was the name?
all right.
you know,
See,
and yeah,
you're just
so-
saying people and then an animal
Yeah.
Peters and-
Well, no, but sometimes like there was one show. It was
or something zany.
it was Bobby Zaney and the Giraffe. You probably heard it.
No, I wasn't.
But you guys
Never
just
heard
do
of
your
any of
thing.
those.
Do your thing, and I'm just
So-
professional podcast.
all right. So
over here.
okay, but the thing where you're doing the way.
driving me crazy, man.
You know how you're
have
going-
to
That's a
stop doing
natural
that.
thing.
No, okay, but whatever
You have
it
to
is,
back off the
just
mic. You
make sure to
have
not
to.
do it
Yeah.
on
Okay.
the mic.
It's driving me
I
crazy.
won't do it on the
I'll
mic.
be
You
honest.
guys
We don't
seem
have
like
a cough button or anything like
Yeah.
that, but you know.
Okay, I'll back off the mic, but if I got something to say, then I'm going to come in because I come in with the comedy and the quips
But
and the whatnot.
Sure, I
that's
know.
fine.
Stop when
That's
you say
fine.
All right,
don't
I'll
say
be
quips.
back.
though,
Okay, I'm back
you know?
over here. All right,
Sure.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So so I've been having a good time though. But sometimes you got to go to cold places, right?
You got to go to cold places, man.
But I always try to schedule that
I was
shit
in
for
Minnesota
the summer.
where it was
Of course you were, because you're
snowing.
always
Oh,
in
it's really
Minnesota.
cold there.
know.
I had something to say, so I came in, but then my nose.
Right.
Look, what were you going
I
to
had-
say?
Well, one of the
You
funny
can't
things.
just say it's
well,
cold
listen. One of the funny things we do with Brian is he's always in Minnesota. We pretend like he's always in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, it's cold there.
Chris texted me, be in Minnesota less for sure.
Right, because
It
he's
was
always
funny
in
'cause I was
Minnesota.
How's that funny, though?
Well,
I mean,
it's
not to
just
say
kinda
that.
like
I mean, you guys understand comedy more than anybody. You guys are some of the most hilarious guys. I love
Yeah.
the
Well,
podcast,
we've been
but
doing
like,
it a long time.
he's in Minnesota. How's that? Is that a?
Well, I'm just kind of making fun of him.
Not
because
trying to
it's
be
like-
funny in that moment. You know?
I'll back off the mic.
Not trying to be funny in that moment.
I'll only come in if I got something funny. You guys go ahead. You go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Fuck. Man, oh man, I'll tell you, sometimes it's hard to get a rhythm going, you know? It really
no,
is.
but it's all right.
I
mean,
know.
He's
It's
cool.
just that Will does things sometimes that I don't understand.
Right. Well, we all
Just
do,
does-
right?
Well, yeah, but
You know, I mean, he's not here to
just
defend
does things
himself,
I don't
so
understand sometimes.
you know.
He does.
But,
He
yeah.
just does things I
Of
can't
course he
understand.
does. But anyway, so we all do. But
I've never met anybody who I wanted to punch so hard sometimes.
You guys ever listen to Polly and the Bear out of Ithaca?
No, I haven't.
Ithaca, New
I
York?
can
It's a
promise
radio
you, I've
show
never
in
listened to
Ithaca, New York.
anything with a name and an
You never
animal.
listen to Polly and the Bear?
No, I don't. I never
No.
listen to anything out of where you're
we
from.
haven't heard Paulie and the
Never
Bear,
had
or
in my
Frank and the Condor,
All right, well, I
or
mean,
Tim and the Zebra,
Never
or
that.
Stephen and the Walrus.
Thank God.
I never
Thank
heard.
God.
I never,
Thank God.
Thank God, yeah.
My
I never
guess
really
is they
cared
have
for
one
Stephen and the
listener.
Walrus
I was
myself.
making it up. That's a real one.
Yeah, they were out of Syracuse.
Well, there
There
you
was
go.
a podcast
Why are they
out of
all
Syracuse.
upstate New York?
where
You know,
he's
it's
from.
kind of a thing upstate New York. Well, I'm originally from Schenectady. Yeah.
We know.
That's-
No, well, I'm in the Pipefitters Union, and I'm a
I
plumber.
know.
You
I had
said
this
that
nose
6 times.
condition because I bust out the drywall for you.
You know, man,
You know, and
we
I got
know
in
that.
there.
Stop
There might have
saying
been some
bust out the drywall.
Well, I got in there, you know, and there was like, "Is there asbestos?" They're like, "No, I bust out the drywall." Then I'm at the, you know, the ENT, the
These
ear, nose,
aren't
and throat
funny
guy,
quips.
and you know, I'm in there, and sometimes it's just Waller. You
You
know.
said no. You know, you said nothing funny, just so you know.
No,
And
I'm very,
that's
you know,
not
I
your
did, but I
job.
did the open mic thing. But now I'm, a, you know, plumber. I bust out the drywall. That's why my nose...
Well, I had a pretty intense weekend, I have to say.
Yeah, you said that every Monday.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast. I'm Bryan, the Kid Callen.
And I'm Chris D'Elia.
And if you want to buy something on Amazon, go to 10minutepodcast.com and hit the Amazon banner. You should always buy on Amazon and always do it through our website.
Okay.
I am so sore. My whole body is literally...
Yeah.
I'm doing this new workout. I'm going heavy on weights.
Yeah. It's not interesting, though.
Well, that's why. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't introduce. Hold on. We have, can't believe I forgot. You're just so quiet. David Greco is, Will Sasso has sent David Greco back. So welcome, David. You are a professional podcast sidekick.
Professional podcast stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And
No, I mean, just...
I'm going to ask you before you do anything. You're going to you're just going to have to back up from the mic when you have to clear it. So I know you have an issue with your sinus or whatever it is.
We don't have a cough button.
Sorry about that.
Very distracting.
Hi, I'm David Greco,
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I was here before, I'm a professional podcast sidekick.
Right.
But I got this nasal condition because I used to be, I'm a plumber. By trade, I'm from Schenectady, New York, so, I'm in the pipe fitters union, and that's sort of my trade. So, I come in, I bust the drywall out for you, and that sort of thing. So I got this sort of nasal condition. I go to the ear, nose, and throat guy.
You said that before?
In Albany, there's a good guy.
Right,
You have to back off the mic. You can't do that. You hear what you're doing? You can't do that.
No. I'm a professional podcast sidekick.
No, we're not. That's not the thing
I used to do the open mics back in 19 boom, but then I moved on to talk radio in the 90s. So, I told you guys all about those shows.
The different shows.
But I don't want to get in the way. If you guys are going to talk about nutrition, what were you saying? You work out?
No, Brian.
Yeah, I work out. I have a new workout I'm doing.
You always talk about that. Like, aren't you the kind of person that won't, like, don't you want to interest the person you're talking to? Because whenever you say
that's
something
a good question. It is a good question. And here's the thing that you need to understand. You, and I mean this in the best way, you look like a real life fucking vampire.
All right.
Okay. In other words, you have a greenish...
Hey, why is Miley Cyrus a slut now?
I
Remember
don't think she's a slut, dude.
Before she was Hannah Montana.
Right.
Well, she's older now, so she's doing dancing and stuff.
She's doing all sorts of... She's being all sexual.
Well she's...
What's that about?
She's not being...
She's 21,
Yeah,
so...
she's finding herself sexually, and that's totally
fine. That's different, though.
Yeah.
Before, she was all wholesome.
She was a kid.
Right, she was 11 years old.
You've got to move back.
You
can't do that. Yeah, you can't. You just can't do that.
I'll come in with the quips and the walla and the Jake and the the humor, the comedy and the jokes, and the hilarity. No, I'm not. Only if I got something for you.
Right, but
I'm a professional podcast sidekick.
I understand.
We know that.
Yeah, but that's why I know. If you guys talk about your thing, that I come in only with like, oh, that was interesting.
Right.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Or not.
Keep the conversation
going.
going.
But then if we're talking
about,
about working out, and then you just all of a sudden talk about Miley Cyrus. It's just kind of derailing what we're talking about.
But she's slutty now.
Okay.
She's not slutty.
All right, I'll back up. All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just come in with the quips
and the humor and the Jake. Right, I know, understand.
Jape.
Whatever the fuck you're saying.
What is...
I don't know what that is.
Jape, it's humor, jokes, ribaldry, comedy, and the jokes and the hilarity.
Yeah.
Right, I know. I understand.
Okay, I need to finish this.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Right.
Go ahead.
So you look a little bit anemic, so what I would do is eat some red meat. Are you eating red meat?
I don't eat red meat. No.
There you go. And I can tell by the pallor of your skin.
I've always been this way, though. And
you're iron deficient.
No, I'm not iron deficient. I eat a lot of iron. I take iron.
How's your energy?
It's fine. I mean, I'm tired today.
There you go.
All right, I'm tired today because I didn't get much sleep last night.
You shouldn't be. You're not sleeping because you don't have enough iron.
I'm traveling a lot, dude. I mean, and it's a lot of
me too, but I feel amazing.
Doing the shows.
I travel as much as you do.
Can I come up on the mic?
So,
Huh? I got something to say.
All right, whatever.
Go ahead.
What?
Can I come? I was going to stay back because I'm being respectful because I'm a professional podcast sidekick.
No, just
Please don't say that ever again.
We know that.
But now it's going to be unnatural if I'm saying something. I wanted to add to the conversation.
So what do you want to say?
All right.
How about that Malaysia flight?
Yeah, it's
what's going on with that?
It's missing. Same thing. Still missing.
Right.
So
go ahead.
Probably not going to find it anytime soon.
Go ahead.
What do you want?
Go ahead.
Are you suggesting you want us to talk
I'm just adding to the conversation. You know, I'm a professional podcast.
Now, that's
sidekick.
not adding to the
I did
conversation.
a lot of podcasts, but in the 90s and the 2000s, I did a lot of talk radio.
In the boom,
you know, I
right?
did a lot of, well, I was doing Vinny and the Bear, and then I did, what was it, Charlie and the Badger, you know, and what was it, Shaker in the Morning.
And another animal.
And then, that one actually, a lot of them shows was two guys.
Yeah.
But then there was three guys. It was called, that was a podcast called, Why Not Listen to Us?
Sure.
Okay, but I'm going to ask you.
It reminds me of you fellas.
I'm going to ask you to try to stick. If you're going to be a professional podcast sidekick,
just stick to the
I would like you to stick to the topic
about.
instead of changing the topic.
Yeah, sure.
Then it interrupts.
Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead. I'll stick back.
Well, you don't have to do that either. Just,
all right. Go ahead. Do your thing.
All right.
So
you are your health is not good.
No, it's
and you should be checked out.
No,
you're taking iron pills?
Yeah,
that's a bad idea.
Okay, well,
because you don't absorb the iron.
The joke's on you anyway. I don't take iron pills.
There you go.
Okay, so see, no matter what I'm doing, you're saying is bad.
Well,
so
I think that you look genuinely unhealthy, and I think you look 48 years old. You look a year older.
That's ridiculous.
I think you do.
I'm in my 30s. I'm in my early 30s.
Let me see your teeth. Oh, God.
That you're making it up.
No, but you have bad gums.
White. No, I don't.
Let me see your gums.
Hey, that's
go to a dentist.
That's not for nothing. That's really mean.
What?
It's kind of mean what you're saying to him, don't you think?
Well, you know...
I know it's not my place, but, you know...
No,
it's kind of the dynamic of the podcast.
That you guys say, all right, I don't know if it's funny, and don't listen to me. I'm just a professional, but I'm the sidekick here.
We're just fucking around, you know?
Yeah. You're just fucking around, all right.
I mean...
No, go ahead, you know.
I'm making
Go
a
ahead,
point.
you know. Are you just saying to him that he's got...
Do you know anything about nutrition or exercise, David?
You know, I did a push-up once back in 19 you know what I mean?
Right.
I think I probably had vegetables. I probably had
for you.
Yeah, that's jape. I probably had 3 pieces of broccoli in my life, you know.
What do you usually What do you live on?
Yeah, what do I tell you
cake?
what, they say you're all what you eat. You might as well call me a hoagie then.
That's
good. Come on, guys. That's good comedy and humor. That way, then I'm the sidekick.
Basic.
That way, you guys, you know, you get upset with each other. Instead, you come at me. You say, hey, you're a hoagie. That's good comedy. That's good.
Okay, hey, hoagie with eyes. Is that the idea?
No, not with eyes. I don't get it now.
Because you don't eat eyes, right? Is that what you got confused?
Because he's a hoagie. Why would a hoagie have eyes?
No, see, he's saying because you have eyes.
Oh, that's the way Brian would say it. Sure. Yeah.
Hey,
guys, what's
You're
up
dissecting
with...
it.
How about Ellen, who took that selfie at the Oscars?
Hey.
All right.
Hey, are you
Sorry.
having a thing? What's going on?
Because I got this nasal condition.
Oh, God.
I know. And the
so when
selfie thing happened a long time ago.
That was a while ago, sure.
Wipe your nose,
please. Sorry. There we go. There it is. Yeah, because but sometimes...
Also, what did you want to say about that selfie?
No, but sometimes words will kind of trigger the nasal things. Like, in particular, when I say Oscars.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say Oscars.
Just say the O.
Oh, your nose again.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Unbelievable.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
God
Go ahead. I'll be back here. Go ahead.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Brian.
Yeah.
Just stop saying that.
Curiously enough, if I say Oscar de la Hoya, then it doesn't happen.
Can I...
Oscar de la Hoya.
Right.
But ask me what Mr. de la Hoya's first name is.
I don't think I want to do that.
I don't either, because I know...
Just go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask me what his name is.
If we ask this, can we get back to the...
Yeah, I just want the podcast sidekick. You know, it's your show. I'm just here.
What's De La Hoya's first name?
Oscar.
Very disgusting.
Sorry.
It's not...
I explained on the last time I was on a podcast yet. I got I got a nasal condition.
Right,
so listen,
so
now we can talk about what we were talking about.
Thank goodness it wasn't asbestos.
You know, I got to be honest. I didn't even want to talk. I'd rather talk about Brian's workout shit right now.
Yeah.
I'd rather talk about that.
Yeah, but you don't have to talk about anything that I talk about, you know, because I'm just the side.
You don't have a lot to say.
Are you kidding me? I come in with the jape and the humor and the jokes and the
don't
walla
think
walla.
Hey, what do you think about Britney Spears now?
Oh, Britney Spears. What's going on with her? She used to be a nice little girl.
Right.
What do you think of her now?
Then you guys say something because I'm the sidekick.
No, because that's what you're doing.
Okay, go ahead. Come on, I'm supposed to come in with the clips and the humor.
I can't even think straight with this fucking guy.
I mean, I'm completely shutting down.
You've ruined the whole podcast.
Hey, I'm sorry. Look, guys, fellas, I was just trying to be the professional podcast sidekick. That's what I do. I'm a professional podcast sidekick.
Ever say
We're not
that
paying
again.
you.
Hey,
We're
you know
not
what?
paying
You know what? Sometimes you got what you put in a hoagie. Oscar Mayer. See, that's what happens when I said even I can't say that last word, but I can say Oscar de la Hoya.
I'm going to say this.
All right.
I don't, completely objectively.
Fucking you didn't.
Some podcasts are slow.
Your mouth.
Shh. And
Wait.
you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
You don't understand the way things work.
Tighten-
We talk for a few seconds
care.
before the fucking song, and you just go for something.
Yeah, so what?
Well-
Tighten your mouth. Can I be honest with you? When you get tired, your mouth gets loose. And it looks spoiled. You have a spoiled, twisted
I
mouth.
don't think so. But look.
Tighten your mouth.
You guys,
up.
look, let's just do something here because I want to talk about my tour dates. I got this theater tour coming out, but right now we are at doing the 10-Minute Podcast, and go ahead. We want to introduce
Bryan
yourself.
the Kid Callen.
And I'm Chris D'Elia. Raw. I don't have a nickname. It's just what you see is what you get. Now, who do we have here filling in
That's
for Will
becoming
Sasso?
your nickname.
Go ahead.
Will Sasso.
Go ahead.
Right. No, but it's your turn. So
Hi.
we've got somebody here.
Yeah, go ahead.
This
Go
is
ahead.
third-
Do your thing.
This
I'm
is
just
the third
here.
time that
Oh,
he's
you
been
want
here.
me to introduce
Yes.
myself?
Right. And you're a...
Hi.
Got it back
Hey,
off
how
the
are
You
mic.
guys want to do it?
Let him do
back
it.
off the
Let him do
mic.
it.
You
Let
want
him
me
do
to
it.
do
So what's your name?
You want me to do
What's
it?
your name?
Chris, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
You got it back off the mic.
You want me to back
David.
off? Go ahead.
What's your name?
Go ahead.
All right.
No,
so
when you
Hi.
do that with your nose.
Hi, this is David Greco,
right, great,
professional
okay,
podcast
great.
sidekick.
And what we were going to
You
do
know,
is
you
you're
know
just kind
me.
of
I've
filling
been
in
on
and
a
hanging out, but you're going
podcast
to
a
be the
couple times
sidecast,
before.
sidepick. Okay, sidekick.
Sidekicks.
Right, you're going to be the
Right.
sidekick.
I'm just a
and Brian and I
professional
are just going to be the guys
podcast
who have the
sidekick.
podcast.
You know,
so what
you
you're
heard
going to
me
do is
up
you're
in
just going to sit
Messina, up in
by, just kind of hang
Ogdensburg,
out, and maybe throw in a little bit of
Watertown.
everything. But what you don't need to do
I'm
that.
originally from
okay?
Schenectady. I'm in
What
the
you're doing is you're
pipe
talking
for
too much
this
already.
Oh,
You just
sir,
need to
go
hang out.
ahead.
Just hang back. Hang back, okay?
Go
All right.
ahead.
So what we're trying to say is, one second. So I have a theater tour coming out, and it's the first theater tour I'm doing, and I open it up in New York, and I'm doing 31 cities.
Wow.
So it's very cool for me. I'm very excited. A lot of people are going to,
A theater tour.
Yeah.
You're going to make some...
No, it doesn't. It's not what it's about.
Where are you going?
I'm going to New York. I'm going to
How
New York,
big are the-
D.C. I'm going to Florida, different places in Florida. I'm going to Chicago. I'm playing
Some
Seattle,
of
Portland,
those places, by the way, my town.
Dallas.
I've been there a long time.
Oh, really?
And I'm going to tweet for you.
Well, you don't need to do that for me, dude.
But I will,
Thank you,
because you're going to sell tickets. Because
it's
I
okay.
come in with the quips and the humor, the jape and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what, bro?
But only
us
come
just-
in with
you-
that. Don't say you come in with that.
Yeah, I come in with the gaffes and the humor.
You can't interrupt
And the
us like
jokes.
this. Yeah, but you're interrupting. You know that,
No, but
right?
I'm a professional podcast sidekick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my nose
But you
got
don't
a
have to keep
nasal
saying
condition
that, so-
because I'm in the pipe for this
Yeah,
union. I'm a
union.
plumber up in Schenectady,
Right,
New York,
Schenectady, yeah.
and so I come in, I bust out the drywall for
right,
you,
we
right?
know.
You remember, right?
Right, we
You
know, so-
right. So I come in, and that's why. So I think I got some kind of nasal
Nasally thing,
condition.
yeah.
But you got to
Right.
You got to back off when you do that.
Look, can
Also,
I just say
it's
one
not about
thing?
backing off. It's about maybe not saying that so much.
Yeah,
I'm not
and
going to
also
say
not
that,
interrupting us.
But I'm the sidekick. So you guys
Okay.
come. You guys.
So
do
that's
your
why
thing,
when we talk
I
about the
come
theater
in-
tour,
right?
and
Are you
we're
gonna
talking about
be in
different places.
upstate at all?
Yeah, I am going to actually.
Oh, where are you going to do?
I think I might be in Albany.
Albany? Oh, you got to go see Barbara and the
No, he
Barn
doesn't.
Owl.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Barbara and the Barn Owl's
I'm going to
a
do
FM
okay,
radio.
actually. I don't know if I have to do
FM
the radio
radio
stuff,
talk
but- all right.
out of
So-
North,
But I'm playing a lot of different places.
Upstate
in fact,
New York.
I can pull them up. But yeah, so it's gonna be great, and and I'm doing a lot of places that you like to do also. Like I'm gonna even hit. I know we joke around about Minnesota a lot. I'm gonna be there,
My town.
right?
Florida's my town. Certainly, some of these places are my spot. So I'm gonna
They're
send,
not really
I'm gonna
your
send
spot,
out
though.
some.
Brian,
I'm gonna
what's
send
your?
out some.
Oh, here's an interesting thing to come in as a sidekick. What's your favorite comedy place? Comedy
Mine?
stand-up to do.
All right.
Probably.
Jesus Christ.
Hey!
Sorry.
Hey!
I'll bet. Go ahead.
Florida and Canada are my spots.
I really like Florida, and I really like Canada. I love Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, that's
It's
my
my
home.
town. It's my town.
Don't say
I had the
that.
key to
How about
City.
that
That's
Britney
my-
Spears?
don't say that's my house.
Hey, what's going on with that?
Miami. I'm going to be in Miami and Tampa.
Hey, how about that Britney
West
Spears?
Palm
She
Beach,
went.
Orlando.
Hey guys, how about that Britney Spears? She shaved her head. She went crazy.
That was like
It was so
7
long
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
It was maybe even longer than that.
No, then you guys, I come in, I bring the
Right.
Then
But
you
that's
guys
not
talk
current.
about it.
That's not current, and we're not talking about that right now.
No, we're not.
Let's just talk about what we're
Just
talking
trying
about.
to
Different
help
places
out
to
a
perform.
professional podcast sidekick.
Indianapolis, Royal Oak, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, Toronto. Jesus Christ! dude.
Wait, bro. What are you
Sorry.
doing, man?
No, go ahead.
You gotta back off when you do that. You have to do that.
You should
You
have.
cannot do that anymore.
You ever play? You ever do that show out of Niagara Falls called "Coach and the Clownfish"?
No.
No, I don't do that.
All right, go ahead.
We do.
Go ahead. Talk about your tour. Go ahead.
I start the tour in Westbury, New York. You might know where that is.
Oh, sure, yeah, Westbury, yeah.
Why
sure.
are you starting the tour there?
You know what you got to do is you got to go do the morning show out there. You'll get a lot of people out to your tour.
You know, the theater
Are you pre-selling tickets? Are you Ticketmaster?
The theater is 650 people.
So people could do some walk-ins, walk-ups.
I'd probably sell it out before it.
Wow, but if you show up, you do Greg and Nicole.
Right? Yeah.
Greg and Nicole.
I don't think I'll do that.
Greg and
dog? Is that a dog?
Yeah, that's a dog.
So he's got a dog, or is there a guy named calls himself the Collie?
The Collie dog.
I'm starting.
His real name is Callen.
Brian, I'm
that's
starting
why
it in New York because I'm doing a run that weekend. New York, and then I'm doing
dog.
Atlantic City and Washington D.C.
What about Robert Downey Jr.? He woke up in someone else's bed. What's going on there?
David.
Yeah.
David.
That was again 7 years ago.
7 years ago, David.
That was before Iron Man.
You know that, right?
Yeah, he woke up in someone else's bed or something. He's got a problem or something.
No, that was he doesn't have a problem anymore.
No, he sure does.
He's got it under control.
Well, no, I'm just the sidekick. I come in with the wall of jokes and the gags and that sort of thing.
Please, look, you don't have to do that and get off topic.
All right.
But if you do, please just pick something current.
Go ahead.
You know,
Jesus Christ.
your quips and your jokes.
Why don't you talk about, hey, heard what happened to OJ?
Oh, yeah. What happened to this OJ? What's going on with him now?
What?
He's in jail for a completely different offense.
Well, hold on. What?
What, you're saying a glove doesn't fit? You must have quit.
I was joking. I was being sarcastic. That happened fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm the sidekick. You guys don't understand.
That's not
I've done
okay.
so many. I've done 500 FM show. I've done AM radio. I did podcasts. This is how you do it.
No, it's not how you do it.
You guys provide the comedy.
I was joking about the OJ thing.
come in. Well, it's no reason to joke.
No, I was joking with you. That was so long ago.
Go ahead. You don't get it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So anyway, I know you like some of these cities, Brian, and go to my website, chrislea.com. You can see me, there. So.
I don't want to turn this podcast into a big promo.
There's actually bigger problems on this podcast right now than me turning it into a promotion.
Yeah.
So let's just pick up the scraps here.
Like what?
Your nasal fucking condition.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot.
Why are you getting all upset? I'm just trying to do my best.
Do something about it, or get off the mic.
Hey, how about that Brett Butler on Grace on a Fire? Here, she's a real bitch to
20 years
everybody.
old, bro.
Oh, she was a real bitch.
Are you fucking kidding me?
She's a bitch to people on the crew.
That was 30 years ago.
Oh, hold on. What? Oh.
Brian, it's not going to help his nasal
What
condition.
are you doing?
Sorry. It's what I think
I'm actually
of you.
fine with it this time.
It's what I think of you.
What are you doing?
I'm doing what I want.
Wait. Oh.
Is that
I'm
you smell?
smelling
Is that
it.
you?
Oh, makes it worse. Brian, what?
Ew.
That was nothing. Right. If
That's
Will
what
was
he
here,
thinks.
he would
That's what he thinks.
ram his head up your ass and get more fart out of you. Hey, guys, that was a funny quip I just came up with. I came up with a joke.
It's not a joke,
My
David.
own funny
David,
gaff.
you are not funny. I'm going to tell you something.
Come on.
You're not, you have to work on your humor, man. Have you studied, I don't even know what to say to you.
Hey, what's going on with a Jerry Seinfeld dating a young girl?
Jesus Christ, that was when Seinfeld was on.
Yeah, Seinfeld. That's a great show.
Hey,
It was a great show.
Now, how about this guy
Rumpelstiltskin.
over here? Seinfeld wouldn't fart in the mic.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Not professional. I'm a professional podcast sidekick. I'd never fart in the
You're
mic.
not
That's
a professional.
actually not something to be a professional for.
Are you
What?
getting paid?
We're not paying you.
Who's paying you?
You guys.
We're not
No, we're
paying
not.
you. We thought we were helping you.
Well, I mean, maybe I could come tour with you, open up for you. Maybe
Absolutely not.
just do
No
host
way.
or something.
No way. No way.
I'm a professional
Brian,
podcast
Brian,
sidekick.
look at me.
Yeah.
No way.
All right,
No
go
fucking
ahead.
way.
Go ahead.
And you're not a professional.
I don't want to mess up your show
you don't
here,
get, You don't get paid.
You guys got a good show going.
You
It's
did
time to
mess up our
podcast.
show. And Chris, for sure, come up with something less boring than your dumb tour dates.
I'll tell you what you
Well,
should
it
do.
was. We could have turned it into anything but fucking David Greco.
You got to go up to Saranac Lake if you're going to do a tour. They got a great...
I'm not doing stand-up on a lake.
No
they got
way.
They got the...
That's not a good idea.
Timmy's Comedy Club. Timmy and the Lion.
I don't even. That's
Timmy,
probably from a
he's
long
got a
time
comedy
ago.
club, but they also got
Every-
they got the AM radio talk show. Hey, thanks for listening to the Time of the Podcast. I'm David Greco, professional podcast sidekick.
Not a professional. You don't
These
get
guys,
paid for it.
well, you could see me in Rochester when I go in there. I guest on the FM show up there, Barney and the Beetle.
I don't even know what to say.
Everything is a person and an animal.
Yeah, he's a great FM talk shows. What'd you want to know? What'd you say, Brian?
How do I repost on Instagram?
That's real easy, but we're recording now.
Oh, shit.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
I got you, man.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you were looking at a little Instagram
It's like that Vine
video,
you got
dude.
where I was picking my nose, bro.
The Vine where you were picking... Oh, Instagram video that I
Yeah.
did. Follow me on Instagram, at Will Sasso.
right,
and
well.
follow at Bryan Callen.
Why do you post pictures of like sunsets and bullshit like that sometimes?
On my Instagram?
Yeah, on your Instagram.
Because I like to take pictures of things.
Yeah, but you know, you're not professional, so.
It doesn't matter. It's Instagram.
I know.
What's going to happen? Is the Instagram police going to say, don't take a picture of
Don't
that
be sarcastic.
beautiful sunset?
Don't
I'm
be
not being
sarcastic.
sarcastic.
You are being sarcastic.
No, I'm not even a little bit am I being sarcastic.
Great shoes, bro.
Thanks, man. Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast. Subscribe and download everything on iTunes. Do that, please. Rate and review us on iTunes. My name is Will, the Mesomorphic Minotaur Sasso.
Oh, Jesus. I'm Brian the Kid Callen.
Chris D'Elia is not with us. Whatever.
He's sick.
He's sick. Yeah, he's a sicky boy. But depending on when you're listening to this, it's funny because you'll think that Chris has been sick for like a week and a half, which he may as well be. Because
Right.
if Chris gets stricken with something like the common cold, then he's gonna stay down.
Yeah, he'll stay. Well, he doesn't have the endurance. Yeah. He has no staying power, and he certainly is not tough.
He Gumby, stringy, younger brother.
He is very Gumby-like.
he
He's-
Gumby-like.
The word that comes to mind every time I think of Chris for real is bendy. He's just bendy as it gets.
Let's
He's like
go-
cartilage and skin and
Yeah.
a little bit of soft tissue.
We should start a petition to have him change his name to Bendy.
The human sea cucumber. One night only.
Hey, we had a. Wouldn't it be funny if he was billed for like a stand-up night as like the human sea cucumber?
Yeah.
And see how many people showed up.
Squeeze him and watch foam come out of his butt. You know what I
All
mean?
right, we had a live show a little while back, and it's on iTunes and Google Play and Amazon Music, Amazon MP3 or whatever the fuck it is. And you can buy it and you can listen to it. It's an hour and a half, and it was a lot of fun. Did you have fun?
I had a good time.
Okay, and this is by no means a commercial for the show, but it was a good time.
Yeah.
And one of the things we were just thinking of doing, or I was thinking of doing, because I wasn't present for it.
Yeah.
I went to the restroom during the show.
Oh, boy.
And
yeah.
then David Greco came out.
And none of us knew he was going to show up.
Well, you guys didn't know. I guess I didn't know.
I can't stand the
Nobody
guy.
knew, yeah. David
hard for
Greco-
me to dislike somebody.
Yeah.
Can't stand him.
He's a professional podcast sidekick from the New York area. He's a journeyman plumber, I
Smells
suppose.
like tea bags.
He smells like tea bags, is what you're saying.
And mushrooms.
And mushrooms. All right, sure, those are things. And he's also been an open mic comic in the 1980s. He did a lot of talk radio in the 90s, and been doing a lot of podcasting. And he's a professional podcast sidekick. So he came out and he did a little segment with you guys. He did some sidekicking.
Yeah.
Was it fun? Was it good to have him on stage?
No, not really.
All right. And then he did, from what I understand, he did some stand-up.
He did do some stand-up.
And I think what we should do here is you can go and you can buy the whole show, which is myself,
We'll give
Brian,
him a
and Chris.
piece of-
We're going to give you a piece. We're going to let you listen to David Greco's stand-up from our live show. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, well.
Hey, you guys mind if I do some stand-up?
Oh, Christ.
Would you guys like me to do some stand-up? You know, it's been a while since would you guys mind a little bit of time
Go ahead,
to work
don't-
out? All
and
right,
be
this is
honest
great.
with your reaction
Go
to his
ahead.
jokes.
All right,
Don't encourage
all right.
him.
Don't, no, come on. Don't.
Let's
don't
see how
steal
good
my
you are at
bit.
stand-up.
All right, hold on a second.
You're
here.
sweating. You're
Hold on
a
a
mess.
second. Well, that's the nasal condition.
You should probably get more denim, though.
Hey, give yourselves a hand to come out and support open mic comedy. Give
not
yourselves a
open
hand.
mic.
Go
Not
ahead.
open mic.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Give yourselves a hand. Say, what's going on with them burger billboards? You see them when you're driving on the street? And you see they got that big juicy burger up there, right? You know, it's big and juicy, and you see it, and it says, $2.99 or whatever. And then you go in, you walk into the restaurant, you walk in.
Oh,
my
Jesus
sound word.
Christ.
Yeah, I go,
Just hold on. Don't
you
laugh.
walk in, right? And then what do they give you? They give you a little burger. It's not as good as
What do you
That's
expect
the
it to
joke?
be as
No,
big as
that's
the
the
fucking
joke?
billboard?
Well, the joke is that the billboard's got a nice juicy burger, and you get a little burger.
Okay, but you're not supposed to
Where's that
explain the
punchline?
fucking
They're
joke.
laughing because it's not a joke.
That's why they're laughing.
They're having a good time. Go ahead. Have a laugh. Go ahead. They're having a good time. Hey, give yourselves a hand for coming out and supporting open mic.
You just did that.
You just
now,
did
all right.
that.
Now we're all together again. All right. Hey, how about what's going on with this electric car?
What? The Tesla?
No. They got this. Now they got this new
Prius?
car. Yeah, the Prius.
That's not new.
It's not new, bro.
Brand new electric car. You know.
Yeah. All right. What about it?
If you believe this thing doesn't run on gas, sir. It doesn't run on
Don't
gas.
do crowd
man.
work. You're embarrassing me.
It doesn't run on gas.
Okay.
Oh, I got tangled up. My only question is, hey, what are we supposed to do? Drive down a block with an extension cord on?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's really bad.
No, that was
so
really
bad.
good. They're all laughing.
They're laughing because it's
because
bad.
it's not funny,
No, that's
bro.
good stand-up humor. I bring
No.
the humor and the jokes and the jokes.
I'm going to give you one more.
All right.
Give you one more and
All
get
right.
the fuck
Let me-
out of
all right.
here.
Hey,
Maybe a few more
what's
that's
going
kind of
on?
interesting.
Hey, what's going on? Say, what's
Brian,
going
you
on?
need new stuff anyway.
Hey.
You should
No, I
do
don't.
that
My
extension.
stuff
Hey,
is
what's
just-
going on with that online dating now? What do you call it?
Online what? Dating?
Online dating. Online. Sorry, my nasal condition.
Yeah, I know. We know.
What's going
go
with all
on.
that? What? Go ahead.
Just let him tell the joke.
All right, go ahead.
on.
Go
No,
ahead.
you go. Tell
Oh,
him.
all right. I was trying to.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You,
Go ahead.
No, you
I'll
go ahead.
I'll go
You look
ahead.
like a
All right.
molester.
Hey, what's going on with all this? What's going on with all that online dating now? They got that new app you can get on your phone. It's called Tinder. Hey, I tell you what, back in my day, the only way to get a girl's number was you'd have to actually write it down with a pen and put it on a matchbox or a matchbook, and that's Tinder of a different sort.
It's just too many words, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I mean,
I'm gonna try out
Tinder
some
of
new,
a
let me try out
different
some new
sort.
stuff.
All right,
I'm
go
gonna
with the
just
new
try out
stuff.
some new
All
stuff.
right, roll
Go with
out
the
some new
fucking
stuff.
music.
You
That's
might as
some
well
of the
keep
classic
going.
stuff.
it's unbelievable.
Don't
try-
say you have classic stuff.
All right,
It
well,
infuriates
yeah,
me.
All right, go ahead.
Just let him.
I know. I
just let
really
him burn
appreciate
out.
you guys, letting me come on and do
That's
this.
no
just-
problem.
can you not-
Just
you
do
know,
it.
I really
Don't
appreciate
turn your
the
back on
squared
our
out.
audience.
All right. I'm the sidekick. You guys are having.
You need to look this way,
yeah,
dude,
sure.
even when you're
Hey,
talking
give
to us.
yourselves
please.
a round of applause for coming out.
They don't need to
supporting
keep
comedy.
doing that.
I'll give yourselves a round of applause.
Stop.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, you guys a couple here sitting at two different tables?
No, they're obviously not
No,
a couple.
They're not a
even
couple
sitting
at
together.
Two different tables. She's looking around like, hey, what's going on? He's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. How did I get guys that, she's always asking, what are you thinking? Right? And he's going, I don't know. I'm a guy. I don't know. Right? That's good. Okay,
Are you saying
guys,
men
good
and
luck to
women
you
are
guys.
different? Is that your...
Yeah. All right. So,
Because he gets.
fuck?
He's gonna get.
hey,
he's gonna
that
get-
was
hey,
so...
I'll tell you what.
You're gonna make him nervous.
A lot of guys fight. You know when a lot of guys fight? You know they
just breathe.
fight.
Just breathe.
All right.
You all right,
Yeah,
dude?
no, I'm good. You know, a lot of guys fight. They fight like this, right? This is how they fight,
Oh,
right?
Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
They do this.
Hold on.
They go like this,
Hold on.
and they go. They fight, and they're like this, and they stay in tight. You know what I mean? They go to fight. I've seen a lot of street fights. They go, this is how I fight. Watch this. I stand like this. I stand like this.
Hold on,
and they're
hold on.
going, what's going on, right? Why is that guy standing like that? You know, the best way to win a fight is to have a horse come up behind you with a
Okay,
Scottish
listen.
nobleman
That's
on
my
it.
bit. What are you doing?
What?
That's my bit. That's my shit.
that's a-
No,
What are you
no.
doing?
This is
That's
my
a
bit.
Bryan
my
Callen
bit.
joke.
That's on my
No,
special.
I say a Scottish nobleman. He comes up. He's right out of Braveheart. He's got a long
Yeah.
red braid, and he's
Excuse
like,
me, laddie.
"Excuse me, laddie.
That's my
Do you
fucking
aim
joke.
to fight this man?"
That's my
Well, if
joke.
no,
You're doing
it's
my joke.
All right, maybe I heard it somewhere.
Yeah,
right?
from me on
No.
my special.
All right. Just one more, and then I'm out. Just let me do some new stuff.
Jesus,
That's
whiz.
not new stuff. That's old Bryan Callen
Hey,
stuff.
guys. Hey, you guys like to drink? You guys like to party? Guys like to drink, but girls drink way more than guys, Girls get so drunk, and when girls get drunk, they get different drunk than guys.
Hold on.
When girls get drunk, they're like,
Let's see, maybe it's something
it doesn't even matter, That's how drunk girls get. They're like,
fucking
it doesn't
prison.
even matter, Hey, you could say to a drunk girl, yo, there's a crocodile standing right next to you, and she would go, is it your crocodile?
David
Is it your
Greco.
crocodile? It doesn't even matter.
David Greco.
What? You
David
got it.
Greco.
What?
That's a joke I did that came out on my special last year.
I don't know. They seem to enjoy it. I think I not. Are you sure?
They're laughing at you.
Are you sure that this is yours?
I'm positive,
Maybe I just
that
saw it
you're
by
crocod-
accident. It's yours.
Yes.
David Greco, ladies and gentlemen, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, he was delightful.
Well, he's was doing other people's jokes.
He was so funny. What do you mean other people's jokes?
He was doing my jokes and Chris's
He was
jokes.
really good, Brian.
He wasn't
you have
really
to admit.
good.
You might be a little jealous.
Don't say that.
Anyway,
I'm not jealous.
so go get that show on iTunes and all
good.
that stuff. And
he's
Amazon
a good
MP3
guy.
and
He
Google
just shouldn't
Play.
be performing.
Very solid performer, and those are very common observations he made. So you guys are being a little hard on him.
Not common observations.
He was really solid, I think.
You ready for this? You can't do that when we're doing this.
What?
You can't do that.
You rolling?
Okay. So clear your throat. There you go. Do whatever you gotta do. We're already rolling. We're already rolling. Don't do that in the fucking mic. David.
What? Go ahead.
Don't do that.
Go ahead.
Don't do that in
Go
the
ahead.
mic.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You starting it off?
Christ. Yeah, this is Brian. All right, this is Brian the Kid Callen,
Welcome
guys.
to the 10-minute podcast.
Let me do that. Welcome to the 10-minute podcast. If you want to go to Amazon, if you want to order something from Amazon, go to our website and order through the Amazon banner. We'll get a kickback. And
What's your
I can
website?
finally get that
What's your
operation.
website? Go ahead.
It's 10minutepodcast.com. Now listen, David, you can't do that in the mic.
No, I know. You know, in times
If you're going to
before,
do
I've
that,
been...
turn your fucking
Right,
face.
right. Okay, I'll be over here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Go
David
ahead.
Greco is our guest.
I got
He's
the
at...
problems with the ear, nose, and throat guy said... Because now I'm a pipe fitters union. I'm in the plumbing. I go in, I bust out the drywall.
We all know that.
And they, said I got some sort of problem with my nose.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, when I'm on stage, it doesn't affect me.
Okay,
as
you
much.
can get up.
Go ahead. Want
So
to get up
anyway,
on the mic?
David Greco is here.
Hi,
He's
my
a
name is David
professional
Greco.
podcast sidekick, and he's an open mic. He's an open micer. He does comedy.
I'm an
actually.
open mic comedy veteran.
Yeah.
I'm a professional
You opened for
podcast
Bobby Lee,
sidekick.
didn't you, or
I
something?
opened for Bobby Lee a little while
Good.
ago. Where was I? At Irvine Improv.
You know what? The Irvine Improv is where I'm shooting my special May 24th.
Oh, you're going to be at the Irvine Improv?
Yeah,
That's
May
my old
24th.
stomping grounds,
Yep.
That's
May
where I go. I share my jokes through the walla,
All right.
the bits, the quips, the
Well,
whatnots, the hilarity.
Let
and
me just
ensues,
pitch my... Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
May
Go ahead.
24th at the Irvine Improv. I'm doing my 1-hour special live.
Oh, you're
7
going to be
and
typing
9:30.
it there? You're
yes,
doing it?
7 and 9:30. Tickets at irvine.improv.com.
I opened for Bobby Lee there.
Yes,
He's
I know
a very
you did.
funny guy,
Yeah,
You
so-
know Bobby, you're good friends with him.
I am. So how's...
I'd love to open for you. You don't want to let me open?
No, not when. When would you want to know?
Irvine Improv, May 24th.
For my special?
Yeah, for your special,
No.
No, I'll open up, just jokes and the quips, warm the people
You got
up.
to do stand-up a little
Great
longer.
crowd. Well, I've been doing. Wow, what are you talking about? I've been doing it back since 19. I'll tell you that right now.
Anyway, I tend to deal with concepts and.
Hey, what's going on with this
ideas.
Obama?
I don't know. What's going
Oh,
on?
now they're asking for his, the birth certificate. They want his birth certificate. They're saying a lot of people saying he wasn't born here.
Are you doing a bit right now?
Let me tell you something. My birth certificate burned in a house fire in 1983. And so what? I'm not from here now. What are you gonna do? Send me back to Africa? I ain't never been there.
You doing it?
Thank you very much.
Are you doing it? You just did a bit.
No. Just providing the Walla for the podcast.
Okay.
All right. So what are you gonna be talking about in your special?
Well,
I do a lot of open mics myself. It's a lot of fun.
know.
Hey, follow me on Twitter.
Jesus Christ. All right.
David Greco Comic.
All right.
David Greco Comic on Twitter.
David Greco
I'm at
Comic.
David Greco Comic.
All right.
COMIC.
How many followers do you have, David?
I don't know. Let's have a look here.
All right. Anyway.
I got like 650.
Well, that's actually
At
that's
David Greco
incredibly
Comic.
surprising.
Yeah,
that
but
you
I've been
have-
going since 19. Boom. Twitter hasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on with Twitter nowadays, huh? Hey, you got to put this at symbol, right? At. What's
Yeah.
going on with that? Before you even say anything? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. At Twitter, why don't you let me say what I'm saying without an at in front of it?
Are you improving right now? Are you trying to improv?
It's kind of just, I haven't quite worked that one out.
No,
I
you
didn't quite
haven't.
know what to
No,
say.
you haven't.
Hey, what can we
Anyway.
expect from you, from your special?
Well,
You're
I'm
gonna be
doing. But part of it is I'm just going to talk about what I'm going to say to God if I die early.
Oh, that's a funny.
Before I've
that's
had a
funny
chance
concept.
to actually get things done.
Yeah, I tell you what, if I end up at those pearly gates of St. Peter, I'll be saying, "Hey, Pete, you're standing on a cloud, and where's the cream cheese lady? You using this fence to keep the dogs out? Who let the dogs out, ladies and
I
gentlemen?"
don't get that at all. What do you mean cheese and clouds?
All right,
Cream cheese? What
yeah,
do you mean?
delicious cloudy cheese. Light spreadable cream cheese.
So he's standing on a cream cheese cloud.
Hey, what's going on with that Brian Williams? He lied about this helicopter thing. He's a liar, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
This
well,
guy
we all know that.
He said he got hit with a missile or some shit in Iraq. So basically, let me get this straight, Brian Williams. This guy lies on television and flies around a helicopter in exotic locales. Sounds like he should be the next Bachelor.
I don't get that.
What do you mean you don't? That's a good joke.
So he should be the next Bachelor. Why? He's a liar.
Because he's a liar, right? They're all lying.
And he flies around.
Flying around in a helicopter.
The Bachelors are not all lying scumbags.
Yeah, they're all lying pieces of shit,
Why do you say that?
Yeah, sure they are.
Why do you say that?
Fucking lying piece of shit.
Jeez, I never heard
he's fucking kissing 20 girls and
Never
shit.
heard you swear.
Well, I'm fucking working blue. Sometimes I work a little blue,
What do you have against the Bachelors? Did you want to be on that show or something?
Hey, how come Italian guys love to tell you how many years they've been living in a neighborhood? Hey, I've been living here 23 years. I moved over there, but now I'm back here, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that the joke or?
That's another one I'm just working on. I don't
Listen,
really have a joke
honest
for Twitter.
with you as a professional comic. You shouldn't do comedy. And
what
you're
are you
not
talking about? I
and
bring
you're
the
not a good
jokes and the
sidekick.
hilarity. Hey, the other day I saw a hippie at the beach. He says he's walking by and out of nowhere he just says, I'm just living my life, to no one. He's just walking around. He's nothing. He's just talking to nobody. He says, I'm just living my life. Well, thank you for letting us know, sir. What else are you going to live? Oranges?
Oranges?
I don't know. He said, I'm going to live my life. What else would you fucking live?
Ah, shit. Listen to me, David.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You should go back to the Pipefitters Union.
Nah. Hold on. I'm out in LA now. I'm doing a stand-up.
I don't think it's going to work out for you. Why are you doing this?
I'm an open mic comic. I'm a professional podcast sidekick.
What is oranges?
I don't know. It's as arbitrary as saying I'm going to live my life. What the fuck else are you going to live?
That's not funny,
oranges.
man. It's not funny.
All right. Well, comedy is subjective. I come with the Walla Walla, the jape, the humor, the jokes, the whatnot,
but
the
you're
quips.
not. But you're not. You should go back to the
Pipefitters. So you got your big special. We're all very proud of you, right?
I've just been doing it a long time.
Yeah,
that's
so
what I'm
have I,
supposed
since
to do.
19 boom. What else are you going to be talking about in the special?
Christ. My father, he was a Marine and a real badass, and it's hard to growing up in his shadow.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. Those Marines are real tough guys, even though the name of their organization is Maureen.
Listen, man.
It's named after a girl.
That's not true. It's Maureen.
Yeah, Marine. Hi, I'm a Maureen. They're all, hey, my name's Maureen.
No.
What are you talking about?
It's not even
That's like the least manliest thing of all time to be called Maureen.
Listen,
that's like the girliest girl name.
It's Maureen.
Yeah, Maureen.
Marine.
I don't care how you spell it. It's a beautiful woman's name. What else are you going to be talking about with your special?
Do you have a relationship with your father?
I do.
What
I
was
love
your relationship
my dad.
like? Your
David
dad?
Sr. was a wonderful guy. He was in the Pipefitters Union.
Yeah, you should be there too.
He developed a ear, nose, and throat problem. With his back in his nasal passages, kind of like that. Same thing as I had.
I know, David, but
he taught me a lot about humor. Very funny guy. Wasn't a comedian like me.
No,
he
you're
worked
not
hard
either.
for the family.
David, you're not funny. I'm sorry.
He's not a funny guy. Hey, you know what
You're not funny.
You know what my dad used to say? He used to say if your nose runs and your feet smell, you were built upside down. He was a funny guy, my dad.
If your nose runs and your feet smell,
you were built upside down. Get it? Because your nose is supposed to smell and your feet should run.
Oh. Right.
Go ahead. You do it. Take care of it.
Well, no, it's fine. It's a good...
Yeah, it's funny. He used to
not
say,
bad.
hey, you're a real fart smeller. And we would have a laugh, and that was funny jokes for us.
You're a real fart smeller?
I mean, smart feller.
Oh, smart fella,
So he would have a little bit of a slip.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
It's a vocal slip joke.
That's not.
What else are you going to talk about in your
bring.
special? So people can still get tickets?
I'm going to talk about my kids.
If I come to the special, can I buy tickets and then open for you?
You can at irvine.improv.com.
Yeah.
May 24th. But listen.
Yeah. What else are you going to talk about?
I'm going to talk about my kids and about raising them and about how difficult it is when I had a father and I thought I had to be a certain kind of man and now I have to be a different kind of man. It's thematic,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you jokes, but that's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
Are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something about kids. Kids are always like buying you something for Father's Day and buying something for Mother's Day. And then kids turn around and go, hey, when's Kids Day? Let me tell you something, folks. Every day is Kids Day. You could use that.
No.
Yeah, come on, use that.
It's not funny.
You could use that joke.
That's not funny,
What are you
David?
talking about? That's good humor.
It's not funny. You said nothing
I just
funny.
improvised all this humor for you.
I've been listening to you for
right,
way too long, and you've never said one thing to make me laugh.
I'll open for you.
You're not going to open for me.
Hey, come to the Irvine Improv. Go to irvine.improv.com to buy tickets. for Bryan Callen's special on May 24th.
Yeah.
And then hit me up on @DavidGrecoComic on Twitter, because I'll be giving away free passes to come see me open for Bryan Callen at the Irvine Improv.
You're not opening for me, David.
IrvineImprov.com.
David, you're not opening.
Hit @DavidGrecoComic on Twitter to get free passes.
David,
Come on down.
David.
The jokes, the Walla Walla, the quips, the humor,
you're
the
not
whatnots,
gonna open
the
for me.
jokes and the hilarity. Come
David.
on down. Yeah, go ahead.
David.
Go ahead.
You're just a natural.
You learn it.
Have you trained in kung fu or
No, but you don't say it like that.
Have you said? But do you know?
I
Do you
did
know?
train
Do you
in
know karate?
jiu-jitsu.
Do you know karate?
No.
I'm sorry, that's Japanese for empty hands.
The fuck's that?
What's going on? What the fuck is going on? What is going on? God damn it! It's David Greco, ladies and gentlemen. David Greco. Why did you invite him on?
No.
Well, how is he here now?
I don't know.
What are you doing, bro?
Hi, my name is David Greco. Give yourselves a round of applause for supporting Open Mic Comedy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, thank you very much. Great crowd, great crowd. Hey, what's going on with these hamburger billboards? You know, you see them all over town. They got the billboard.
Hold
The
on.
delicious burger. You walk in, it's not as
David,
good. What?
First of all, God, we got to stop publicizing the fucking show like this. But
I thought I'd come by. You know,
I know,
just
I
trying to
understand.
hang out. Hi,
But-
how are you?
good.
to see you. Yeah.
But listen to me, man.
What?
You can't just roll in and then try to do your
That's a
fucking
good point. Yeah,
stand-up.
let's sit down. Let's sit down. We'll do the Walla Walla. I bring the quips, the jokes, the humor, the whatnots, the hilarity, the jape, and all that. How's it going? How you guys
All right,
doing?
just chill out and
I'm
relax.
a professional
okay?
podcast sidekick. You know,
Okay.
you
Not
would
really
know
a
me from all my
profession.
years in radio.
Okay,
Back in
but so-
19 boom, I went on to podcasts.
Yeah, but-
and all that stuff.
Okay.
The Oops, So We Hear podcast. You can hear that on Earwolf. Then there's the podcast. Oh, whoops, it's us guys.
Right.
On the Nerdist, right? All those podcasts. So how
Sure.
you guys been? How you doing?
Okay,
Good.
But David,
okay,
let's
who's
just...
familiar with David Greco from the podcast?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cool.
What did you want to do here?
Go ahead.
Did you want to? Why don't we let you get your thing out?
No, you go ahead. I'll just say I'm here. I'm here for Walla Walla Entertainment.
All right,
And I'll come
well
in
then, so we'll
with the
just do
quips
our
and the
thing
jokes and right.
while
You do
Will's
your
taking
thing.
his shit,
Don't let me
definitely.
interrupt you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So anyway, but Brian, about what we were talking about
Yeah.
about the movie and the, I don't like the way you're.
What's the problem?
Man, you're sweating a lot, Bill.
I'm not sweating at all. I'm
I
not here.
still-
You smell like tea bags. I don't know what's going on.
I don't like how you're actively not.
No. I don't want to. I mean, you guys are sensitive artists. You're doing your thing. I'm just coming in with the quips and the jokes and the humor and the whatnots and the Walla Walla and the jape and all that. I'm over here. You do your thing. Go ahead. Do your thing. Go ahead. I'm off the mic. Go ahead.
All right.
It's still loud. It's still really annoying and loud when you do that. Yeah. Okay.
I'll say
Yeah.
it quiet.
Anyway, but
So anyway, let's try to get this back.
yeah.
I
least
I
you got
want
good
to.
hair.
Here's my thing with you.
Yeah.
And I'm being serious.
What?
I think you could be a big star, and I don't
Thanks.
think you can do that. Let me finish.
really appreciate that
I don't think you
compliment.
can do it, and I'm not trying to be a dick.
You're gonna be a dick.
Without my help, and here's what I
Okay,
mean.
look,
here's what I mean.
I don't need your help.
I've been
What's the-
around. I know
No
acting.
shit.
Hey, speaking
no
of big
shit.
stars, how about that Tom Cruise? I hear he's a Scientologist now.
Well,
What do you mean now?
everybody
It's been-
knows
He's a
that.
Scientologist now. There was a big documentary.
Yeah, I know, but that's not
You
news.
gotta start
He's
writing
been
new
Scientologist
jokes.
For a
What
long
are you talking
time.
about? These are good jokes. Everyone's laughing. You having a good time? Go ahead.
You're forcing that.
I'll tell you what. Can I work out? You mind if I do
What do
something?
you
All
mean?
right,
I
go
don't
ahead.
like that.
Let him do some
What?
stand-up, please, so we can get him out of here.
I don't like how you call it working out.
I just
Like-
want to, I just want to stretch.
David Greco, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do a little
Thank you
stand-up.
very much.
Fuck.
Oh boy, what a crowd! What a
Okay.
crowd!
Go ahead.
Hey, over here, he's, what do you call it on the show? Bit stealing? That's a good time. That's very funny. Hey, what's going on with Starbucks? Have you guys ever been to Starbucks? This new place, Starbucks? Have you seen
Not
Starbucks?
new, dude.
It's not
Oh
new.
my God, they got a new name for everything over there. Instead of a small coffee, they got a tall. Can you believe that? And a medium's not called a medium, it's called a grande. What's that about? And I tell you what, large, would you like to get a large coffee? Are you two on a date, ma'am, sir? You on a date?
You're not doing it.
Let me tell you something. That's called a venti. Hey, Starbucks, what's with the new language? I just want a coffee.
That's not really a good joke, dude.
Yeah, it's
Listen,
not really.
They're laughing.
But they're
Come
laughing
on, that's a
at
good
you.
joke.
But no, it's not.
Hey,
you're
what's
not,
going on with the new language? What are you trying to start your own country? Oh, I guess that's why the coffee's $5. They're trying to buy an island.
Don't explain it. I get it. Look.
Hey, just don't call the president tall. That means short, and then that's an insult.
Okay, well, don't stutter. You
Hey,
really
what's
gotta
up? Wait,
work on your delivery.
Hey, let me tell you something. Have you guys heard of this Uber? Have you heard of Uber, guys?
Yeah.
What about this Uber?
Yeah,
Have you heard
I love
this
how
new thing,
one girl's
Uber?
into it.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, yeah, what about it?
Uber. Let me tell you something about Uber. This is a service you can use to just have somebody pick you up and drive you around. What are you talking about? You know what? That reminds me of when my Aunt Grace got too old to drive. My mom said, "You got to drive Aunt Grace around." Only her nickname for me wasn't Uber. She used to call me Fat Fuck McJufro. All right,
It's
good
actually
crowd.
not bad.
That's not bad, but
It's
it's
actually
just...
not a bad joke.
Yeah.
You can tell you have a lot of pain
A
in
little
you when you say it.
offensive, but it's all
Hey, have you
right.
guys heard of this new thing? This what does it say? What do you call this? What is this, ma'am? Have you seen YouTube? Have you heard of YouTube?
Okay,
oh
so,
my
listen,
YouTube.
David,
What?
YouTube
Everybody's
has
heard
been
of
around
all
for a
these
long
things.
time. You
No,
can't say...
it's a new technology. It's brand new.
Yeah,
Let
if
me
you're
tell you.
talking about since the beginning of the Earth, yes.
There's millions of videos on this thing. I don't want to see you
Millions,
playing. I don't want to see your cat playing with yarn or some kid break his dick and balls on a skateboard trick. I tell you what, they're even lying. It's not even a tube. If it was a tube technology, we'd actually be able to have good things on there, like Welcome Back, Kotter.
Man, David, you're
That's also
stuck
like
in the
such
80s,
an old...
bro.
People don't even know what that show is anymore.
You
That
look
was
a little
John
like
Travolta's
Barbarino.
first job.
Hey, how about this Obama? Have you heard of Obama?
He's the president of the United States.
President of the free world.
Yeah, they want his birth certificate. Can you believe it? They want
That was fucking 7 years
They want
ago.
the president's birth certificate. They want his birth certificate. I tell you what, if you ask me for my birth certificate, that thing burned in a fire in 1983. I don't have it. What are you going to do? Send me to Africa? I ain't never been there. All right, good crowd.
It's not that good. It's
not
too many
that
words,
good, bro.
you know?
No, don't encourage it. Please don't
What's
encourage
going on
it.
with these
Trying
Chinese
to laugh.
restaurants that obviously used to be a Denny's? Have you seen these around? They look just like a fucking Denny's, but they got like Golden Garden Dragon and something. It's like, we know you're a fucking Denny's. Have a little bit of architectural integrity, or better yet, call yourself Chinese Denny's. I'd eat a Chinese Denny's.
You guys
Go
are
in there.
just encouraging this.
Hey, what's
Please
in
don't
this?
laugh at this.
What's in the All-American Slam? Oh, All-American Slam is 2 egg, 2 bacon, 2 pancake, and 7 chicken feet.
It's not
Good
bad.
crowd.
It's gotten better.
It's a good crowd.
You've
You're right.
gotten
It's
better,
not-
and it's
Yeah, I'd like to do, all right, let me do some new stuff. Hey, you know what I want to do? I want to get, I'd like to live off the land. You know what?
You know, how often do you go on stage?
Every night or so, every other night.
Where is that?
I go up on a mic and stool. I go up at the brick wall up in Van Nuys.
I've never heard of those.
Never heard of these places?
No.
Yeah, I do stand-up, and I did a lot of stand-up coming up in open mics, and I don't remember those
What
places.
about Barry's Laughing Belly over in Pacoima? You never been to any of these places?
Maybe I heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead with your new
Hey,
stuff.
I want to live off the land. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to... Check this out. I'd like to churn my own butter.
Wait a minute.
You know what I mean? Like this. I'd like to churn my own butter.
It's a new
and
bit?
every once in a while, as a reward, yeah, it's a new bit. I'd like to churn my own butter, and as a reward, I just take a scoop of that butter. You know what I'm saying?
It's my
a
fucking
scoop of
bit.
the butter, and I just slide it
That's my
across my
bit.
chest.
David,
What?
David,
That's my
David.
bit. That's my bit.
That's
my
Bryan.
bit.
Now, hold on a
special.
second. No,
Bryan
that's not your
does that bit.
No, I don't know about that, Chris. Now,
That's
hold
my-
on.
Go ahead.
That's a very common observation. I'm
No, it's
sorry if
what?
It's not a common
That's
observation.
the least common thing to
Turning
be
it
observed
into-
ever. That's why he
Give
fucking
myself a
thought of
butter
it.
bath?
Yeah, you give yourself a butter bath.
That's my
was
fucking
that
bit.
you?
Yeah, that was me.
I'm very sorry.
So
I
how
didn't
does-
know
how
that
do
was
you end
yours.
it?
I haven't thought of an ending yet. I was watching on
All right,
YouTube.
well, that's
and I don't...
suspicious, but give him another
Hey,
chance.
I tell you what. Hey, what's going on with these sports? You know what I mean? You guys watch sports? You like sports? Ma'am, sir, you're on a date. You like sports? Oh, my God. I don't care for sports at all. It makes no sense to me. I got one guy standing over here going, hey, tell you what, we're over here. We got these guys. We're going to take our ball. We're going to put it in over there. And the other guy's like, we're on this side. We wear different outfits. And I got 10 guys with me. And we're not going to let you put the ball over here. As a matter of fact, we're going to put it over there. And there's thousands of people watching. They spend millions of dollars on this. And there's people that buy shirts with the names on the back and stuff. I'll tell you what, in my world, if you wear someone else's name on your back and that guy sees you, he should be allowed to fuck you. That guy.
Right, I will. David.
That's his joke.
David.
No, they love that joke.
Yeah, but
David,
that's
no, David.
Chris's joke.
That's my joke. I did on my special.
Did it on a special.
I did that on Incorrigible.
Yeah.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes.
I'm me.
All right, but you can see how that's a common observation.
It's
No,
not an
how is that
observation.
common? I said,
You've done
someone
my
else
joke
has-
word for word and
All
his
right.
joke.
Hey, thank you very much for having. That's my time. I'm David. Unbelievable.
Sorry, you guys.
Look,
Sorry about that.
you're gonna try and go fuck David Greco. Oh yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. There's always somebody made for somebody.
What? The fuck? You can't just tag it.
Give
Some...
me a jersey!
Yeah.
Delia?
Oh, it is Delia,
Call
but
it
yeah.
Delia. Chris Delia. Your shitty name.
She's saying she wants to fucking.
No.
Oh, no.
What are you fucking...
What
the fuck? David.
What's up with these selfies? Have you heard of the selfies now, ladies and gentlemen?
David.
Selfies, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's got to tell these people they got the camera facing the wrong way. They're out there taking pictures of themselves. Hey, how was your vacation? Oh, it was great. We went to the Mayan Riviera. We saw the ancient ruins. Here's 1,000 pictures of my face.
Yeah, it's really not that funny, dude. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Right, thank you very
not
much.
making a flip book.
Get out of here. So depressing.
I also fucking hate that song.
Me too. It's so
It's like the
depressing.
saddest bass player of all time played it.
Shitty bass.
New, 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 new,
Yeah.
new.